Hello America, once again this is Will, the greatest political mind the world will never know, coming at you on a late night. I don't know, I just had this on my mind. I was watching TV and I just got done watching Larry King, and I'm watching this guy, Corsi, who wrote the Swift Boat book, and he also wrote the book about Obama called The Obama Nation. And I don't know if you let me give you a little background about the guy. He wrote a book about John Kerry's service in Vietnam, and I'm pretty sure if you're a political junkie or even just someone who casually watches politics, there's no way you couldn't have heard of back in 2004 about the Swift Boat controversy. The Swift Boaters said that John Kerry never served in a certain part of Vietnam, never participated in a certain battle, and said that he erroneously earned multiple medals and didn't do anything courageous. And the battle raged by the Republicans for months with no response from the Democrats. And the Democrats got caught sleeping because they were too afraid. In the press too, the press was too afraid to say anything about Bush and Cheney being connected to the Swift Boat vets, because they were afraid that they would be considered what's the word I'm looking for? They would be considered to be unpatriotic. See, that was the big attack in 2004, that Bush Cheney was steady leadership in a time of change, and that they were going to protect you security moms, you soccer moms, you people in the suburbs from the big bad Arabs who were going to come to Columbus and blow up your Walmart, who were going to go to Little Rock, Arkansas and blow up your Piggly Wiggly. It was a ridiculous thing to do back then, not to respond in force to the Republicans, because John Kerry was an intellectual, elitist, weak bitch. I'm sorry, he was. And that's why he lost the presidency. So Obama's campaign, I got to give them credit. They are coming hardcore, trying to dispute point by point with all their people in Media Matters and all their people in MoveOn.org. And John Kerry this time is actually put up a website to stop and refute any of these accusations by this book written by this Corsi guy. Something he should have did in 2004, and if he would have done that and showed the American people he wasn't such a pussy, then we probably would have John Kerry as president instead of 4 more years of George W. Bush. High gas prices, a war, and everything else that goes along bad with George W. Bush. Literally, honestly, this book didn't even need to be written. The only book that people are reading right now is the one that's living in the White House today. My grandmother had a saying, may she rest in peace, about the only Bible some people read is you. And what that means is that people see Christians, and then they see a Christian doing something that is unchristian or not Christian-like, then they see that and say, well, why do I need to go to church? What's the purpose for me to be in this? Why do I need to go to church? Why do I need to get saved? Why do I need to be a Christian? This person is over here just as slutty or klepto as I am. So what do I need to do about that? So Bush has already destroyed the Republican Party. If John McCain would like to win this election, he needs to throw Bush under the bus. Because you need to make Bush be the whipping post. Not the Republican Party, but Bush. Bush, hate Bush. Go ahead, hate Bush. This is what he should be saying. Hate Bush, I'm not Bush. Bush is a weirdo. Bush is an idiot. Bush has destroyed this country. But I am the true and the real the real heart and soul of the Republican Party. I am a true reformer, a maverick, and I can bring this country back. Don't hate the Republican Party, hate Bush. Because if you trust those liberals, no matter how much you hate Bush and you trust those liberals, those liberal policies will destroy this country. So it's okay, America, to hate Bush, but understand that I'm not him, and I will do the best I can to bring this country back from the brink. Now, if he does that, John McCain wins. He might alienate maybe 10 to 15% of the Republican base, those hardcore, God hates fags type Christian zealots, those evangelicals. He might alienate them, but he will gain those back in independent votes and Reagan Democrats. So my analysis is that, yes, this book came out. It's written by sort of a crackpot kind of guy who doesn't really know what he's talking about. He's already put out there what people already know. But the thing is, though, it's a double-edged sword. People don't really follow politics as closely as they should, so the book might have some kind of resonance because it might drive somebody's curiosity, and they read it, and since they may not be informed, they might believe some of the falsehoods and misconceptions within the book. Now, I am no Obama supporter, as you already know. But even I don't like dirty politics. And this Obama Nation book seems like dirty politics. You don't have to smear the man's religion or his family, his wife, and so forth in order to prove that he is incompetent and inexperienced enough to be president. You don't have to do that. If the guy who wrote the book doesn't support John McCain. So, in a nutshell, I really like politics, as you can see. And leadership is a major factor for me. And if John McCain looks like he could, 10 years ago, he probably could have been the greatest political Republican presidential candidate, but right now, he just kind of looks like an old dude. He's not running a very smart, very effective, very straightforward campaign, and I'm disappointed because that's what he ran in 2000, but due to smears mud thrown by the Bush campaign, Dick Cheney saying that he had a black baby and that killed him in South Carolina, it ruined his chances. So at least the old dude is going to get a chance to be the Republican nominee. He's going to get to run for president, losing a landslide to Obama because he's running a crappy campaign, and he can die happy. You will have a black president, America. You will have a black president. Talk to you later.